Today we are going to be doing some horde based building. I need to gather some materials like stone and clay first, of course, to make cobblestone, and wood indeed, but we are going to go from having no horde base to having a fully built several hundred blocks horde base today in this video. We're using my learn by doing mod. If you're not familiar with it, basically it's a mod that allows you to slowly progress your skills by actually doing things in the world rather than everything being based on perk points. All my mods are linked in the description if you're interested in playing them. With that out of the way, let's jump into the video. Got another skill point. I'm actually going to put that into probably not miner 69er because we need a lot more mining for that, but this would be a good opportunity for suited up. So we'll get 4 extra carry capacity as well as 1.5 times 4, so 6% more crit resist. Right, there's all the cobblestone I'm going to need. It's going to take 10 minutes because I'm going to split the crafting between this and the... I made a really long tunnel, by the way. I'm going to split the crafting between this and the workbench, and that'll mean that it'll only take 10 minutes. While we wait, I will go and mine a load of... what is it called? Wood. Because we'll obviously need wooden frames to build a base if we're going to do it that way, which I am. It doesn't take that long to gather 5,000 of all these resources, honestly. Some people act like 5,000 resources before day 7 is impossible. I don't even have maxed out miner 69er. I have the equivalent of 3 ranks of the vanilla miner 69er. Because I have 2 actual ranks and I have 20 levels of mining, so it comes out to about 3 ranks. Which is not difficult to get in vanilla, just to be clear. Cobblestone. Why is there 6 wood in there? I must have scrapped something. 1,500? Yep. And then I'll do 1,500 as well. Perfect. Alright, legs healed at least. Let's go deal with this one screamer or whatever it is. Oh yeah, just break the door I just put in, you bitch. There we go. Right, let's go, I guess, chop down 1,000,000 trees. I don't know how many trees you need for this. 5,000 wood is needed for 500 blocks though. I'll probably get another rank of mother load with my next rank, because no more miner 69 are available to me, of course. But let's put the mods on my axe so it does more block damage. That would make sense. Oh good, a wandering horde the size of a small country is coming in. That is just well timed, isn't it? Well, I just smell a bunch of XP. Ow. We can craft cigars now, but that's not that useful. Art of mining, nice. Got a skill point there. Can we put anything else in archery yet? We could get arrows. Get that one, and then that leaves me with 3 skill points that we could spend on armor crafting, I guess. Let's do that. We unlock light armors with that. Level 2 light armors as well. I think some of that horde actually got away, but there's still some of them alive, I think. Using up all my arrows, but like, I want to level archery anyway, so it works for me. Alright, what level of archery did I get up to there then? 18, not bad. I think at 20 we get the first headshot decap perk, which is good, so I want that. Probably next level. I've finished all my cobblestone, but I actually need to still mine more wood because I got distracted by that one ring horde, so I will continue mining some wood and get back to you when I've got like 5,000 of it. I'm also going to check in at the trader and see if he has the head rooster, because like I need feathers, because I've ran out of arrows now. Alright, there's 5,000 wood. Let's go ahead and make 500 frames, and I'm going to mine a few more trees here because I'll need extra wood just to live. Right, and I need to get some water because obviously I'm dehydrated. There we go, all the cobblestone is now done. Time to build a base, which I haven't done in like a year, so I don't remember how to do it. And fill this in just so it's a little bit more secure than the clay, for example. I'll reinforce this, and I'm going to place a land claim sort of inside it here, so that it reduces the spawns that wander into it, basically, because the land claim blocks... what are they called? What's the term for them? Zombies that just, like, wander around and respawn on dirt tiles and shit. That'll stop them from spawning, like, right next to it, meaning if I have to run here in a panic, I don't have to, like, headbutt a zombie just to get in the base. I wouldn't bother with it in vanilla, but there's so many zombies with the improved zombie threat mod, it kind of becomes actually useful. I'm going to do something like this, so I can still get in and access it, but it functions perfectly fine within the base. I'll probably need to copy that shape and rotation and do it right on top of it as well, so you can still, yeah. So we can access that if I need to see like the bounds, or if I need to remove it for some reason, we can still access that quite easily. So I'm not going for a super cheesy optimized base, but I am going to go for sort of like a standard idea of a base design. So we're going to make something elevated off of the ground, because it's more efficient, and we're going to go for something with like a bridge and a fighting position, but I'm not going to go like super scientific with it. In terms of the dimensions, I'm just going to go for like 7 or 8 off the ground. I know it's better at like 13 or whatever, but I just don't really care that much. Let's go 6, 7, 8. And that'll be the floor level. And I'll reinforce all of this up to cobblestone. Getting a lot of engineering increases, which is very good because it's the main limiting factor for your quality items you can craft. So the sooner you can get it maxed out, the better. We got a skill point there. Is there anything I can even unlock that's of use to me right now? There's Flurry of Blows, but I don't really want that too much right now. Oh, we could get Decapitator, though. We could get 20% more head, or 10% more headshot damage, 10% more dismemberment with knives. That would be nice. Additionally, though, I think we're close to getting Arrow's Fate, which requires 2 more levels of archery. I'll probably just hold off on that in case I need it for something else. Just for reference as well, what's my engineering level? 15, that's pretty good. We can probably unlock some good stuff with that, but I won't go wasting skill points going deep into the crafting skill trees when I don't have the resources to do much with them. Nice to have the options though. Alright, large stone obelisk created. Wowee, a monument. Right, so what we need now is if I just place like a few guide blocks out here. Probably 3 is enough, and then, or is that even, that'll be fine. Right, let's get a ladder onto there, so I don't have to keep going up and down the annoying way. That is sideways. Why have you done this to me? I mean, I think you can still climb them sideways. I don't think it matters. And obviously that won't be able to hold much up, so we'll have to do a little bit of a jump. But that's good anyway, because we don't want the zombies being able to climb the ladders, so works for me, to be honest. We have to do a little bit of a jump onto it. There we go. I think what I want is some bars, first of all. Not even bars, actually. Like, scaffolding ladders, again, is actually probably the right one. If we do something like this. Can I place this on the side, please? There we go. Right, let's reinforce this. Okay, and then if we go for another block layer here, and if we upgrade this, we can remove that safely, and then add in another ladder. And what this will allow me to do is, if there's zombies attacking this part, I can just look down and shoot at them. This isn't really like a cop-proof base, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. I'll just get damaged by cops, but I guess if they decide to run down the bottom and spit up at me. I refuse to try and make something actually good, because when I do that, I don't like the game. Because horde base building in vanilla is extremely unenjoyable, because they've made the AI so fucking convoluted that it's just not intuitive at all, and you have to go look up like a guide to know how to do anything. Especially if you've not built a base in a while, you have to go watch like 15 Joodle videos to keep up with all the bullshit the fun pimps have added to the fucking game. So I'm just deliberately making a mediocre base, and I will accept the consequences of it. There we go, so we have a platform to fight on here. I want the fighting position. Oh, I've done this the wrong way around. I guess we're shooting towards Trader Rex, and that's annoying. I've done this backwards. It's fine. How do I want to handle the middle? I probably only need like 1 extra pillar here. If we have like 3 blocks and then go into the ceiling, that should be fine. So we do that. Okay, that's fine. Build out a frame. Alright, we have a little roof going on here now. Help me shoot up at the vultures and stuff. Alright, there we go. Oh, we should probably reinforce this central pillar as well. Actually takes 150 years to find 1 shape you fucking need. If you don't know the name of it, and they're not intuitively named, so like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, my shotgun's increased, that's nice. You got any food? Damn. Would have been helpful. Anyway, back to my shape problems. Okay, you know what? Let's start with the other thing. Plate is what I'm looking for. Plate. Some kind. This plate here, yeah. If we on-face this, like so, we can reinforce the structural integrity of the building without taking up much extra movement space. Obviously, you can't build on this, but you can still move, and I don't really need to be able to build like stuff in here. This isn't a crafting base, so this is a good way to give yourself a lot more structural integrity whilst not eating up all your space. The problem is the corners annoy me, and I want a piece that can go in this corner. And the standard pillar doesn't fit there. Well, it does fit, but it's too big. This, the pole. See what I mean? It's just like way too big. Doesn't fit flush. And then this one's circular, which annoys the shit out of me. Window trim, does that fit at all? See, it kind of does, but it also will peek out on one side. Well, regardless, it's still reinforced and I kind of don't care. What can we do for the outside? As much as I would like to do windows, I have a feeling that cops will see me through them and just start spitting, which is annoying as fuck. Because they will one-shot the window and damage me. So maybe something like this that gives me more room, while not actually giving me more building space. And we'll have the fighting area be here. And I'd better go back and get food, or that noise is going to keep playing and it annoys me. I am out of food, but we've got a little bit going there, so we should be okay for a little bit longer. We can check Trader Rex in the morning, see if he has like a rooster POI. I need feathers, I need food. Makes sense. Oh, hey. Hey, archery increase. Right, I'm going to continue upgrading this until morning. Right, so now we need to think of a fighting position, and the problem is I have no idea which ones work these days, because the fun pimps nerf shit all the time, so I'm just going to have to kind of guess. If it fucking fails, it fails. I guess you could probably get away with something like the old system I used to use, where you had a plate on here, but like something thicker. Like a half cube, maybe. Maybe like that. That's maybe too bulky. Is there like a quarter one? Stairs, but that's not really what I'm looking for. It doesn't change the size. Well, it does change the size. It changes the size in the wrong way, though. We could do this, but I feel like you would be swinging and hitting the wrong thing a lot, especially since there's a bit of a bumpiness here. But you could replace that with some trapdoors to keep you level. Then you could fight like this, probably. And if you need to kill the zombies under here, you can just light attack them like that. Well, you'll probably hit that a few times, but that's normal. Let's try that. And we'll probably add more reinforcement to the other side, of course, because this is still very flimsy with just one layer of cobblestone. But this is like your inner layer of defense. And to stop myself from bumping up and down so much, let's try and make a few hatches. See if that helps. If we do, like this, and then need another one. Does this keep you level? That does keep you level, and it gives you a nice elevation over it as well. And then if you need to shoot down, you can just open up your hatch. Works pretty well. Right, now we need to build a bridge. I want to go check Trader Rex first, see if he has a good POI or something to do. Also, I got a shitload of skill points there. I should probably spend some of them. Level 37 on the engineering, that's good. We can get advanced engineering, we can unlock lockpicks. Sure. We could get the next rank of blacksmithing. Sure, we could even get the next rank of blacksmithing. Wowee. Sure, why not? We can make level 4 melee weapons and tools now. Nice. And we unlock the anvil, but who gives a shit about that? We've unlocked a lot of bullet crafting, of course. That's good. We need more science to get the mini bike. Not that I found any wheels yet, but that's fine. How much more science do I need? 1 point of science so we could unlock the mini bike. Don't have any meds to do that with right now, but we could find a book. Maybe we save a point for that, and then we save a point for the archery headshot perk, which I'll get like in one level of archery as well. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. There we go, we got that other rank of archery actually. That will help significantly with my archery because 10% more hit damage, or no, 20% because it's a ranged perk, yeah. But we need to spend both my levels on it, so we'll have to wait for another rank of Grease Monkey, but that's fine because we don't have wheels anyway. Yeah, 20% more headshot damage and however much dismemberment it is, hugely beneficial. It's going to speed up archery leveling a lot. He doesn't have that one PY. Let's just take the Crow Residence again. I'll probably do it at some point. I guess I could buy food from him. It is his thing after all. You got anything good? Here's a fish tacos. If we can sell some stuff. Let's just get rid of polymer, it's fine. That'll keep me going for the rest of the day. Right, let's get back to base building then. Right, so let's go like 1, 2. You know that's where it starts, so we can place that. So we want a bridge, I don't know. Make it 13 blocks long. That is just a completely random number. I don't know why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Feel obliged to do 14. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that, I guess. Yeah, that'll work quite well. But then we build up my pillars here. Okay, there's the basic frame of the bridge there. And then we build a staircase. But I think we can probably do it. We maybe even want to just do one weight because we're going to have a lot of zombies and I'm not going to be able to fight that many on day 7, I don't think. Because it's going to be kind of like a case of me being way over leveled thanks to building and the improved zombie threat mod making you really OP. Well, not OP. Probably under-equipped for your level, actually. Well, the opposite of OP. Let's do like this. Let's frame out fighting area. Maybe actually do something like that. And then that. And then build like a buffer to keep them from getting close to the thing. So if we do, I don't know, give it like a forehead like that. And then something like that. That should keep them off of it. And they'll come up here. They might go into crawl mode, but that's fine. It just makes them easier to headshot. So if we reinforce this, then we need to reinforce the, I guess, fighting position. Doing the same thing would probably work pretty well if we just copy that and then simple rotate it around. Oh, I see the problem. That. And then we need something to go on there. Log. How does that look? Oh, wrong shape. Why is the log painted to look like wood? Preposterous. Maybe we could do that. That's extra armor. It's stuck looking like wood though. Okay, suppose we better test its health then. No, it's fine. Right. That gives it a buffer. You got a few layers there. That should be fine. Then we just need to reinforce the bridge. Probably start with the actual pillars. For semi-obvious reasons, I imagine. Just gonna dig under here like this so I can put the pillars one deeper. Right, I'll reinforce all of this and then get back to you. Alright, so we have a bridge, we have a staircase, we have a fighting position. This is a base. I don't know if it'll work. I frankly don't care. I hate base building, but it's necessary for the engineering skill. Intentionally. Yes, I made myself do this with the mod. I'm aware. It should be fine. I mean, it depends on how ridiculously over-leveled I get by day 7. I'm level 26 right now, because remember, I do have health nuts, so I have 10 extra health points compared to usual, but normally I'd be like level 25 by day 7 on like a good run, because I don't base build. I'm going to be a little bit higher than that, I suspect, but it should be okay. I don't know. We'll have to see. I refuse to test it without just testing it normally as well, because I'm just a goblin like that. Okay, if we get one more point of athletics, I can actually get extra Tyrannosaurus 3, so I'm going to like spam jump, because it's probably the best way to level athletics. Pre-built, you're exploiting your own mod. Yes, and I don't care. If you want to spam jump to level your athletics, do it. It's not fun. This is a choice you can make. I can't make you not do it, and I don't care if you do it. It's a video game. Every video game that has ever had learn by doing has had exploits like this. Let's not pretend I have to be the one to solve that problem. I think you technically gain more if you, like, run around. I think you would technically gain the most if you sprint sneak jump at the same time, because you can jump more often and you get athletics XP for sneak sprinting, so like this is probably the way to do it, which is deranged, I'm sure you'll agree, just looking at what I'm actually physically doing, but there's also an inbuilt cooldown, so like, it's only so good, but it's good enough, as you can see by it just leveling there. So let's put that last point in Sexual Tyrannosaurus, so that's very good. We've probably got good access to a lot of perks now that we're at 50 athletics as well, including Hidden Strike. That's good. If you're wondering, by the way, 50 isn't halfway in terms of XP, so it's not like I've gotten halfway through in the first 5 days. It's more like 70, I think, is halfway. So we're still like I don't know, probably like 30% of the way through it all or something like that, so it's not too bad for day 5. For a skill like athletics, yeah, you're gonna level that one quickly, that's fine. I could certainly slow it down if people want that, but like I'm not too concerned about how quickly you level athletics. It's going to be probably your highest skill all the time, which if I look at mine, 50, 45 on engineering, 34 on mining, but yeah, much higher than my combat skills, and I've been doing a lot of combat. Engineering's leveling surprisingly quickly for what I've built here, but again, we're not even halfway on engineering. Maybe I need to slow that down a little bit. Again, I just need the user feedback, because, like, I'm not a good example, because I play weird. For a start, I'm much more familiar with the mod than anybody else in existence, so I do have advantages that make me level faster, but I also just play... Oh, that's really annoying. 199 damage on the power attack. I also just play like a bit of a weirdo, and I always do, so balancing it around myself is probably a bad idea. I just need people's feedback on how their playthroughs are going and stuff like that. Alright, I think that base is done now. So what I will do is I'll make a little bit more cobblestone. What we're going to do is we're going to absolutely fucking blast my engineering skill and kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, because what I want to do is reinforce the outer wall on this compound, because it's been annoying the shit out of me. The zombies keep slipping on in, so let's see what we can do here. Okay, so the basic one is cobblestone already. This isn't. Oh, I'm thirsty. Wonderful. We probably need to go do questing then. The game's way of telling me, hey, you should probably go loot a POI. Fine, I suppose I'll do that. Have I got a quest? Yeah. If I had just spam quests, I would have had a bicycle by now. I didn't expect wheels to be so bizarrely uncommon in this playthrough. I normally have like 20 of them by day 5. It's just kind of the luck of the draw on that part. Oh, is this the ammo one? That's nice. I've already looted it once, so there's no need to double loot. Grab you. Oh, 149 mil, nice. Really, this is where it is? Why even bother? Ah, lumberjack hat. Let's throw that on. And a herbal antibiotic as well, nice. Give me a drink item, please. No, that is not a drink item. You cannot drink tuna. They come from water, they are not made of water. Although in a weird way they are made of water, you know what I mean. This is like the worst enemy to try and level your archery with, but here we are. What do we have? Meds. Ammo. Knuckle wraps, ooh. Oh, Enforcer outfit. Yeah, I'll take that. Sure. Better than nothing. Right, not the greatest for water loot, but we can maybe like buy something from Wrecked. Why is this truck sideways? Let's get the Art of Mining book. And do you have any other jobs? Yeah, let's take a close one. Book barn will do. Let's just buy some waters. Right, I'm gonna go back to upgrading the base so I can spend like the last of my cobblestone here and get as much XP out of it as possible, because I did spend ages like gathering it all up, so it does make sense. Ooh. And then I guess we'll do questing, because the wheels don't seem to be spawning, so I might just have to rely on the quests to get the bike. At least I'm leveling my athletics, which currently doesn't work with the bicycle, because I don't think there's a trigger for it. If I can figure one out, though, I would like it to level athletics. That would be good. This doesn't seem physically possible. Also, have I got lots of wood still? Yeah, let's make a shitload of wooden spikes. Let's go for like 60. And we'll keep an extra few hundred wood there for various purposes. And I'll use that to reinforce my horde base to make the rage mechanic less of a concern. Skill point there, I probably want to spend that on something that's going to cost me 10 skill points, like brutal strikes, so... Oh no, wait. Are we 25 archery yet? No, we're still a ways off that. We can probably forget about it. It wouldn't be a bad idea to get another rank of advanced engineering. It would unlock the cement mixer. I'm not going to start making concrete right now, but we can get into that in the next week. So we could do that. Oh, I didn't realize I had implemented a system here that made the next ranks of blacksmithing cost extra skill points. I actually like that, because it should be harder to get into crucibles. Maybe we should even hold on to that, because we're going to need, what, 50? 50 engineering to unlock the crucible, but we need 2 skill points. We can probably do that, but it's going to be a while before I can actually craft it. The extra weapon quality would also be really nice. again, I'm kind of just short on resources for that. Annoyingly, we were just short of making the full loop there, but that went well. So I got like a level out of that, and we're a little bit closer to the Crucible. I'm thinking about it though, I don't need a Crucible yet. I've not unlocked any steel tools or anything, so like, what am I going to do with that? I mean, you could use it for like base upgrades if you're that kind of player, but I'm kind of not. Honestly, I might get it for the level 5 crafting. That seems more useful to me than the Crucible itself. Let's go for it. Then we have to wait for 75. We have to be like halfway done with engineering to even get there, so that's probably going to take like another few days at the very minimum. But I've built my base, right? Like, we're probably going to be done with engineering until I make a bunch more cobblestone to reinforce this outer wall and then make a bunch of concrete. But that's fine. Oh yeah, I wanted to put spikes on the base back there, because that will help with the rage mechanic quite a bit. If you just layer this the fuck up, that will handle most of the problems, actually. For an early horde, anyway. Just do something like this. I mean, that's gonna just really deter a lot of the damage to this, but we can put another layer around all of this, because we don't want this breaking, obviously. That would be bad. Let's even double it up. If I had more wood, I would just keep adding to it, but I am short on wood, so I won't. Here we go, and then I'm going to put some spikes around all of this as well, just to deter the little bit of them from trying to break these pillars. Oh, perfect, I ran out. Right, so this base will be okay, assuming they can't, like, crawl through that gap there, or there's not some, like, you know, structural engineering degree moment coming in here where it's like, oh, we've decided that that's too hard to attack, so we're going to go for the middle instead. That would fucking suck, but it does happen. So let me go put all this shit away, and then we're going to probably have to just absolutely quest spam. And on top of quest spam, like, just looting, because I'm just short on material that isn't, like, extracted from the earth. Quests and POIs are going to be good for that. And indeed, wheels. Oh, and feathers as well, actually, and meds. I'm short on everything. At least the mod works like it's supposed to. Game harder. Yippee. That was the goal. Although feathers were not the thing I was trying to make harder to get. They aren't harder to get, I just actually spend them now. Level 28 on day 5 is despicable, by the way. I'm not even sure if that's really the fault of the improved zombie threat mod, because it's not the learn by doing mod. There is nothing intrinsic to the learn by doing mod that would increase the amount of XP you get for doing things or anything. It's independent of that kind of a leveling system. It's, if anything, the improved zombie threat mod, but even then, I question how many levels came from that compared to, like, the 10 levels I got from building a base. I think mining and building are just still very, very strong source of XP in 7 Days to Die, regardless of what mod you're playing, unless they reduce it, obviously. Might be worth turning it down if you want a more normal speed playthrough, especially if you're combining it with improved zombie threat, because you will get more XP from that mod. I just don't think it's that much more, because we did a playthrough with it, and I was, what, like 3 or 4 levels over my normal point? I'm like way past my normal point several days early, and it must be down to mining and building. And you can't even blame questing that much, because I've done, what, like 4 quests, 5 quests? Because there's so many of you in here. A weird place for you to have all spawned. And I'm hungry, shit. Okay, well, no way of dealing with that right now. We might be able to get food in there, actually, in the corner cafe, but it's not like it's got a shamway crate in that first area, I don't think, so I don't know. Ooh, there's a chicken. I should kill that for the feathers. I don't have a bone knife, do I? Oh, I do. No, get away from my chicken, it's mine. Let's do a quick check in here. Really an abrasion? Just for that? Rude. Cooking pot. Oh, an actual fire axe and loot, that's nice. We must be high enough loot stage. I wonder why. This is all the food section, so if there's no food in here, there's no food in here. We did get this can of tuna, but that is literally the worst food item in the fucking game, so what am I supposed to do with that? Increase my survivalism, apparently. That does make me use less food, I suppose. It's helping in a way. Ah, another cooking pot. And some peas. That's chicken ration. Why is it green? Why would you ever put green on a chicken ration? Chicken is meat. Chicken is a red food. Oh, nice. Thank God for the dismemberment. Great heist. I don't really want those boots. I'll sell them though. Crossbow bolts, but that's not going to be useful for me just yet. Book container. Acid from cars. Okay, we might finally get those fucking wheels. It's like a 25% chance per car, though it's going to take forever. Oh, though, if I found acid barrels, that would work. Problem is, I don't know where any of them are off the top of my head. Let's go back to Trader Rec to see what we can get from him. Really infected? On the first hit, it's probably the abrasion's fault. I think it makes you more susceptible to crits. That fucking blows. I have a herbal antibiotic back at my base. It just sucks. Sucks and blows. Intriguing. Here's 10 skill points. What can we do with that? Get more bow crafting yet? No, we need 25. 25 is the big one for that. We can get Master Chef. That's not all that useful. Get a bunch of useful recipes. Actually, that appeals to me. Let's get that. Oh, and it's only 2 ranks. I forgot. Yippee. Right, well, because it annoys the shit out of me, I'm going to probably spend all this on, like, ammo thing, because I'm just stupid. Let's unlock 44 Magnum, let's unlock shells, and can we unlock 7.62? Let's unlock 7.62. So we have all the basic ammo types unlocked. And I've not got an uneven number of skill points. That is a prison of my own creation, I am aware, but, like, it just makes sense for balance for those things to be, like, cheaper. Let's get the coal, I guess. Have you got any honey? Because it would save me a herbal antibiotic. Oh, you do? You got 4. Well, I suppose I should probably treat the abrasion to reduce further injury chance. Alright, so we got a little bit of meat out there. Animals are so sparse, aren't they? We can make 2 bacon and eggs, and we can boil some water, and I might actually have time for once to turn that into coffee, which would be efficient. Or red tea would be, like, more efficient for hydration and digestion and stuff, but it's not that important. What might be worth my time as well is considering making, like, a level 5 iron axe, because that would help me considerably damage-wise, but I might not have the glue or the water for that right now. And I have not collected, and I have sold all of my scrap polymers at some point, so that's not going to work. We're just going to have to wait for glue to appear, but that's not the worst thing ever. Okay, we'll prioritize that, but it's fine. I suppose what would be best or most efficient would be to spend my night mining, so I keep, like, leveling during the night without having to get into combat. And I would have extra materials for later. I'll need a lot of stone once we get into the concrete era, so I'm gonna just mine stone all night. See where that takes me. Alright, it is morning, and I've been mining all night. We got a level there, and we have about 5,000 stone and 2,000 clay, so that's pretty good. We got a few levels in mining there as well. We're near 50, and at 50 we would unlock the ability to unlock the steel tools. I don't really have the means to fully produce those, so it doesn't really matter. I'm trying to remember, like, how early you would get steel tools in the vanilla game, and I feel like it's probably day 7 if you really want to as well, so I'm not overly concerned by that. Someone who really, really mines is going to get them a lot earlier than me, but somebody who doesn't do enough mining is going to take ages to get them, and I think that's fair balance in my opinion. We got a lot done today, but I'm afraid that is where this video will have to end. If the next episode is out, it will be appearing on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check the link in the description if you want to play with these mods, and I will see you in the next one.